Check, check. All right, hello, everybody. Meteorologist Chris Sowers here. Wow, it's July 29th. What a day yesterday turned out to be, right? Lots of watches and warnings, all kinds of fun stuff issued by the National Weather Service. In all, and I'm gonna read you. I'm gonna let everybody get on here like I always do. In all, we wind up having. Oh, it was quite a bit. We had something like, let's see. And I believe we had in total. I'm gonna while everyone's hopping on now. I'm going to look up some of the warnings here because we had a slew of. Remember, yesterday wasn't just the only busy day. It ended up being pretty busy Monday, too. Monday, there was something like 18 warnings. Only 4 of them ended up verifying. Yesterday, though, it was a little bit different of a story here. It was a different animal altogether. Had a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings. Had a lot of tornado warnings. Not really necessarily for the Philadelphia area, but remember, the National Weather Service in Mount Holly, they go all the way down to Cecil and Queens Anne counties there in Maryland. So those 2 counties had multiple warnings. There was also a couple of warnings issued up there in northern New Jersey. So just to go back and count them all, yesterday, the National Weather Service in Mount Holly issued 26. Wow. 26 severe thunderstorm warnings. Only 10 of them actually verified, so it's a percentage of 38%, which is good, all right? So 26 severe thunderstorm warnings. The tornado warnings issued, there were 7 tornado warnings issued yesterday. None of them have verified up to this point, but I'm sure that the National Weather Service is going to end up sending down a survey team down there to Cecil and Queens Anne counties because there is some damage that represents, at least kind of would, signify, okay, maybe we did have a tornado down there, but nothing that I've seen in and around the immediate Philadelphia area. It was just a busy day, just a very, very busy day. So, thankfully today's going to be much quieter. We're going to take a look. We're going to start you out here with the RRFS, the Rapid Refresh Forecast System. And this kind of shows you what the modeling, the high-resolution forecast modeling thinks is going to happen at some point during the day today. Now, it actually did a very good job yesterday. Woo! It absolutely nailed that squall line that came pushing through with the big winds up to 70 miles per... Hey! It's okay, go buddy. Murphy! By the way, I'm going to give a nice little update on Murphy here. Calm down, buddy. Hey, Murphy. Murph. Give me 1 second, guys. I guess a dog is walking by, and he's suddenly ran to the front of the yard. Give me 1 second. Murphy. Come here, bud. Come on. Hey. Come on. No more. All right, sorry about that. Okay, I'm ready to go. Hope you guys are ready too. It's a very nice Wednesday morning, July 29th. here in the Philadelphia. I wish it was January. Get some cooler weather in here, but it doesn't feel all that bad. All right, we do have moderately humid conditions right now. Dew points are in the mid to upper 60s, which is better than yesterday's low to mid 70s, but it is still kind of muggy out here. We won't get into that really comfortable air mass for a while. I mean, I continue to see dew points at least in the 60s here over the next several days. But listen, for the middle of July and end of July, that's not bad, right? So we'll take it. Again, all in all, yesterday was a very active day. Thank you so much for tuning in. We tried to get to as many questions as we possibly could, but there was a lot of breaking weather. I read reports, all right, Storm Prediction Center and the National Weather Service storm reports yesterday. There were quite a few damage reports. Power poles snapped, trees uprooted and snapped, power outages. There were water rescues. Now, some of the water rescues actually came after we got off the air. We went live for it was almost like 4 hours or something like that. And the squall line that we were watching at one point was just, I mean, some of those winds were huge. We tried to get as many of those traffic cameras up as we could so you guys could see that too. Today's going to be a quieter day. We could still see a couple of showers and thunderstorms out there, believe it or not. But overall, today should be a quieter day. If you do get a shower or thunderstorm, it is going to be very, very spotty. All right, we're not anticipating anything even remotely close to what we dealt with yesterday or the day before, for that matter. Notice too, I decided to do this dungeon segment from a little bit different of a platform here, and the reason why is so you can see my sponsors, the words the right way. So I'm geared up in Weichert gear today. Weichert Realtors there in Washington Township. Good friends of mine here. If you guys are looking for a home, these are the guys that you want to call. All right? Ask for Kathy Hansberry. She's the team leader. She'll lead you in the right direction. Weichert, okay, they do everything under one roof. Everything. Real estate, mortgage, title, insurance. You don't have to go, finding this company for something, finding that company for something. They do it all right there for you, and it makes life a lot easier. We just bought a home not too long ago. It was less than a month ago, and it was very, very easy. In, out, the closing didn't take long at all. I mean, it was really, really good stuff. So give them a call. You're looking for a house. Again, Weichert Realtors, Washington Township. Ask for Kathy Hansberry. All right, let's get you going with this, okay? It starts you out here. And by the way, I do have your questions on the left side. This is a little bit different of a way that I'm used to doing this, but I have questions on the left side, so I'll still be able to, they're over here, and I'll still be able to read you some of these, I'll read some of the questions out loud, and I'll still be able to get to stuff. So Royersford, PA, got a good amount of rain and lightning last night. Lauren, oh my gosh, the lightning last night. So we have a lightning tracker, okay, here at the Sowers household. And we had a lightning strike in our development. I'm actually going to walk Paigey and Murphy once I'm done this segment, because I want to go right to where the strike showed up. And I want to see exactly, if there was any damage. Like maybe it struck a tree or something like that, and the tree snapped or got sheared or whatever. So I want to see what actually took place. So we're going to walk and see. But there were so many lightning strikes, loud lightning strikes right near us. And it sounded like the roof was caving in at some points. It's freaking poor Murphy out. And it would just light up the whole sky. I mean, the lightning was nuts. I agree. Colleen says... What does Colleen say? Colleen is saying... I'm not sure what she's referring to there, but she's telling people to check out my website, SowersSkywatch.com, and my YouTube channel, at Chris Sowers Weather. I appreciate that, Colleen. I appreciate you spreading the news. Selena says, good morning. Let me know where you're tuning in from, Selena. Selena is in the house. Colleen says, sadly, Iron Pigs was postponed. Weather was crazy driving home. What is Iron Pigs, my friend? Is that a baseball thing? Is that a game? I'm not sure what that is. Quakertown got slammed last night. Roberta, they got some big rain totals up there. When we went off the air, they had rainfall totals already in upwards of 4 inches. And it was still raining, and raining very, very heavily. You know what? Let me see. Let's do it this way. I forgot. I can take a close look right now. Let's go over and let's see what the... is it... Nope, there it is. All right, I'm going to be able to do this. Nice. Let's see exactly what they ended up with, my friend. Wow. Wow, look at that bullseye, guys. Okay? Look at that bullseye. So I'm going to put the cursor on so you guys can see it here. Wow. Look at those numbers. Now, these are, what you're looking at here, these are Doppler radar estimates. These are coming out of the radar site in Fort Dix. And you can clearly see with my cursor there, look where you see it kind of moving around there in the middle. All right, that's my cursor. Some areas are over 7 inches. Now, there was hail up here, okay? And hail a lot of times will make the estimate a little bit higher because it's a greater, think about a hailstone, right? When they shoot the beam into the storm, a hailstone is obviously going to reflect back towards the radar site a lot more than just some tiny little raindrops. So this sometimes will make the rainfall totals look a little bit higher than they actually are. But you get the idea here. These are huge, huge numbers up here. I would guarantee you that most areas saw 4 to 6 inches here. So here's the Quakertown area. All right, looks like just south of downtown. Actually, you know what? It might be right over downtown Quakertown. It is. Wow. By the way, were there any... Yes, Iron Pigs Baseball is AAA of the Phillies. They are in Allentown. Thank you, Colleen. Thank you for sharing that. Whoever was just commenting about Quakertown, I'm assuming you are in the Quakertown area. Were there any water rescues there? I did not see any, but I didn't get a chance to look at all the reports that came in from the National Weather Service. Do you know of any damage or any water rescues or anything like that? But here's the downtown Quakertown area, and look at the rainfall totals. 4, 5, 6. I thought I saw a 7 here earlier. So that is, we're just east of the northeast extension here. So we're from Trombersville through Quakertown and up into Richland Town. Big, big rain totals. And then a little bit farther to the north, right here on the Northampton, Bucks County line, Hellertown, Lower Saucon, Regalsville, and all areas in between. This is 6, 7, 8 inches here. Bethlehem a good 2 to 3. Downtown Allentown a good 2 to 3. Easton a good 3 inches there. Big, big rain totals. So you're absolutely right. Just huge, huge rain totals. Let's see if anybody else got rain totals that were close. Doesn't look like it, although we do have a little bullseye here in Chester County. But the radar estimates are between 2 and 3 inches near Eagleville, west of Downingtown, and into Coatesville. Okay? So that was, I mean, guys, that was, you're right, that was a big, big hit of rain. And that was the only area that, I mean, we had a couple of flash flood warnings. I know they put the flash flood warning up for the I-95 corridor at one point, but I didn't see any flooding near Chester. Maybe I missed it, or Wilmington. I didn't see any flooding in those areas. I know they popped the warning. I'll go back and I'll take a look. Kelly is saying, wasn't that bad in Swarthmore. No damage that I can see. Good. That's good, because the areas that got that squall line, it was a QLCS, quasi-linear convective system, and it was nasty. We were getting returns on the velocity that were just absolutely insane. And if you guys tuned in last night, Rob and I, we were closely monitoring that system while it was in the Harrisburg area. We just stayed on it the whole time. I remember we were talking about it. I didn't like the way it was starting to look. It was taking on more or less this negative tilt here, and then the Boeing segment developed, and I was like, oh man. And so big velocity returns. I bet you there were winds up to 70 miles per hour within that bow at some point. And of course the damage estimates are probably going to end up confirming that later today. I like this new split screen. Oh, good. Good, Colleen. I'm glad you do. For whatever reason on Facebook, now look, this does limit what I can do. I can't take the phone and walk all around and show you my yard because I'm on a laptop here. But at least, again, you can read my sponsors the right way. Are you leaving, hun? Okay, hold on, guys, 1 second. Lori's going to work. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, so, all right, let's get back to some more. Map lines are good. Why not put some town names? So, this, you have to understand, this is not my graphic system. What you're looking at is These are graphics coming off of Weather Bell Analytics, which is a company up there in New York City. So the problem here is, look at how tight the image is. If you start putting town names on it, it really junks it up. All right, so what they've done here is they've abbreviated. So if you look towards the bottom of your screen, all right, you see there's an MIV in Cumberland County. There's a WWD for Wildwood. MIV obviously is Millville. PHL is Philly. ABE, Allentown. TTN is Trenton. RDG, Reading. LNS, Lancaster. PTW, Pottstown. PNE, Philly Northeast. VAY, that's Mount Holly. So ILG is Wilmington. DOV, Dover. GED is Georgetown, Delaware. XLL is UKT is Quakertown. MPO is Mount Pocono. DYL, Doylestown. So that's what they've done. But this is something I can't control. Okay, this is something that Weather Bell Analytics does. I mean, these maps that they have are great. They're really, really clean. They're easy to follow. Speaking of that, let's take a look at the Futurecast, because later today, and look, this is not going to be a widespread event. As a matter of fact, here's 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Whatever thunderstorm activity we do see, it's going to be very, very spotty. Okay, very, very spotty. Mary Ellen says it wasn't as bad here in Westchester as they were saying. Good. Some areas got pummeled, some areas didn't. You know, that typically happens during a severe weather event. Not everybody gets crushed. And that is part of the difficult thing too when we're tracking severe weather or thunderstorms in general. This time of the year, they pop. Not everybody, from the Poconos to southern Delaware and Harrisburg to the Jersey Shore, not every community in that area will see strong thunderstorms. And a lot of times, not everyone in that area even sees any thunderstorms. Okay, so it just is difficult to forecast every single community in such a large area. So that's why, the forecasts come out, sun and clouds, heavy thunderstorms developing during the afternoon, about an 80% chance. Some of them will be strong to severe. Okay, and so that's kind of how it works. Sometimes you get them and sometimes you don't. Most of you got them yesterday. As a matter of fact, everybody got rain at some point yesterday. But as far as the really bad weather, some of you got it and some of you didn't. All right, I also go by the shape of the county. That helps a lot. I'm below the PTW in Pottstown. Okay, so you're probably in between the OQN there, which is Westchester, and PTW, which is Pottstown. And I believe that line that you're looking at that's going from west to east or left to right, I believe that is the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Sheila says, good morning. Good morning, Sheila. Where are you tuning in from today? We've got, real quick, storm didn't verify for Robbinsville, less than a quarter inch in the gauge, no wind damage. Okay. SPC, no, Lisa. The SPC absolutely did not miss this one. No. The Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast got crushed. If anything, again, it's what I'm trying to explain here. Some communities just didn't get it, but they did not miss this forecast. I mean, some locations got absolutely crushed last night in the Mid-Atlantic states. If anything, with the amount of damage that was reported in some of the areas here and the number of warnings, I could argue that they could have upped it to a level 3 from a level 2. I mean, there was a lot of warnings. There was a lot of damage. Lisa, look at it this way. You were just one of the lucky ones, my friend, because some locations creamed. Some areas are still out of power, still without power. So let's see. It's Eagle View as opposed to Eagleville. Well, for whatever the reason, right, you're right. Did I call it Eagleville? Lynn, I'm sorry. Oh, well. You knew what I meant, right? Good morning, Chris. Phoenixville in the house. How are you? Nicole says, Percy got some big storms and a lot of rain. Yeah, the Percy area got hit pretty good. All right, so what you're looking at here, if you look at the image in front of you there, that's 6 o'clock this afternoon. Notice a couple of areas, and especially down at the Jersey Shore, you have a chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm. All right, that's 7. That is 8. Okay? And so, again, the coverage here is going to be very, very spotty, but a couple of you, 1 or 2 of you, and again, so if you're making outdoor plans, All right, obviously you're not canceling outdoor plans for a spotty shower or thunderstorm. But if you're making outdoor plans here, just keep in mind one or two of you will run into a downpour and a thunderstorm later this afternoon after 4 or 5 p.m. And right now the target area looks to be from probably Atlantic City or Sea Isle City north, okay, up towards coastal areas in Monmouth County, and then maybe as far west as 206, okay, that little area there. This is very, very isolated, okay, but one or two of you could see it. Let's fast forward into Thursday. Thursday is another day, sun and clouds, but we've got this area of low pressure that spawned all the severe weather yesterday, okay? That is still kind of meandering about, so because of its proximity to the Philadelphia area, we could still end up seeing a shower or thunderstorm. Here's 8 o'clock in the morning, all right? Look at the storms there by 11, okay? And you can see, again, the idea here is very, very spotty, very, very isolated. Okay, but same thing. There's probably a better chance of a thunderstorm on Thursday than there is today. But both of these days, the name of the game, all right, is spotty. Same thing on Thursday. If you have outdoor plans, you're not canceling them, but just keep in mind a storm or two could pop. Hopefully you're not one of the unlucky ones that gets wet. Shouldn't last all that long, but it could be downpours, and you know how downpours are. We've seen quite a bit of it. Nancy says, great coverage. We get an idea, and yes, we got lucky. We needed the rain. Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate that. Sean says, good morning, Chris. Pemberton, New Jersey in the house. And he is also saying we did not get hit that hard. And you know what happened? If you were watching the coverage, that line was so incredibly strong, and then almost like magic, as soon as it crossed over the river in the Delaware Bay, the whole thing vanished. And I even said it live during the coverage. I think the National Weather Service in Mount Holly got a little trigger happy and just kept popping the warnings, for the New Jersey counties, and they weren't needed. So yes, I agree with you. When the storms pushed into New Jersey, they were not that strong at all. Okay, they were just a smidgen of what they once were when they were in southeastern Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Delaware. Those are the areas that really got hammered. It was Lancaster County, parts of Chester County and Delco, Newcastle County, Cecil County, Queen Anne's County, and Kent County, and western Salem County too, for that matter, and maybe a portion there of upper Montgomery County and lower Berks counties. All right, that little area there is the area that really got hit and hit hard. And then you get up into the Lehigh Valley from Quakertown north, they got hit very hard, okay? I've got reports of snapped trees, uprooted trees, power outages, and flooding and water rescues. So, I mean, So I guess what I'm saying is if you were one of the ones that didn't get hit hard, be thankful. Count your blessings, because some of these locations just got absolutely crushed. 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be right out. Okay, sorry about that, guys. We're at a schedule this week where Lori's working mornings, so it kind of conflicts a little bit from when I do these live. So Paige's inside watching Peppa Pig, and I'll just continue to knock this out, and then when I'm done, I'll go in and I'll play with her. Let's see, what else do we got? Who else is checking in? We've got Mary Ellen McDonald watching. We got Faye Farron watching. Patty Miller, hello, watching. Mary says, Chris, we got a lot of rain, thunder, and lightning, by the way. Lynn says, I watched all the coverage last night. It really gives me peace of mind. Thank you. I appreciate that, and thank you for watching. Thursday, again, looks like the day that's going to be a little more active than today. But again, the name of the game here both days is very, very spotty. All right, let's look at the temperatures. Weekend preview. Here we go. So here's a look at the highs today. A lot of low 80s out there. Today is a really nice day. Like, really, really nice. I got to tell you, I'm tempted to take Paigey down to the boardwalk and maybe onto the beach. She loves collecting seashells. Like, she'll get her little pail, okay? And we'll put our feet in the water. That's as far in as we go, maybe up to our knees, maybe in between the ankle and the knee. And we just take, their bucket, and all the seashells, we just start putting them, and she will do it for hours. It is the funniest thing, and it keeps her occupied. It's a lot of fun. Water temperatures right now are in the low 70s for the most part, and we're expecting a lot of sunshine mixed with a few clouds and just a isolated thunderstorm very, very late in the day down there. So this might be a great opportunity to take her down. Highs today, highs tomorrow. All right, still low 80s. Another great day for July standards. That's July 30th. Here's July 31st. It gets a little bit warmer. All right, this is Friday, and Friday is a really nice day. Temperatures are in the mid-80s. All in all, not much going on. Saturday, we're in the upper 80s. All right, 87, 88 degrees. The humidity comes up. Okay, so as the humidity begins to build, and there's Sunday right there. All right, Sunday we're also mid to upper 80s. As the humidity starts to build, okay, you're going to notice a couple more showers and thunderstorms flaring up on Sunday. So overall, here's your weekend in a nutshell. Both Saturday and Sunday are great days if you have outdoor plans. All right, they're both sun and clouds type days. Saturday is going to be a little more comfortable than Sunday in terms of the humidity, but neither one of those days, the humidity, you're not looking at anything suffocating. You know what I mean? It's not going to be anything like that. So overall, the weekend looks great. Go to the Jersey Shore. Support those local communities down there. Go to the boardwalk. Go to the beach. I mean, it's going to be another gorgeous weekend. And, you know, one thing I'm sure that you're all noticing, we are quickly running out of these weekends, right? You know, officially, well, the unofficial end of summer is like right around the corner here. It's only, 5 weeks away now? So, you know, we're quickly running out of time. So take advantage of all this nice weather that we're going to get over the weekend. Head on down Wildwood Boardwalk, Sea Isle City Promenade, Ocean City Boardwalk, you know, Avalon Beaches. Just head on down and have a good time. It's going to be great. The weather looks perfect. Just keep in mind there could be a spotty shower or thunderstorm here or there from time to time, but it's not enough to ruin your plans. It may bring you inside, you know, for an hour, but then, you know, once it comes and goes, you're right back outside enjoying the rest of your day. All right, what else we got? Lucy says, the elephant's birthday is that Saturday, Stacy? All right, that's nice to know. The elephant there in Margate. Paigey has never seen that. That might be, you know what, that might be something fun to do. Chris Sowers, I'm so happy to have you home. Your skills are like no other, and you care about us, and it is obvious. Bravo. No beach for me. Lori, I appreciate that. Lori, that's Lori Duckett. Thank you so much for those kind words, and I do care about you guys, and I think that showed when I was down in Florida, because I never forgot you guys, and I never will. You guys are my family. Joyce says, our go-to is Cape May. I love Cape May too. It's a little bit longer of a drive, but I love Cape May. I'm going to start a GoFundMe for my beach house, all right, in Cape May. So if you guys want to donate to it, you just let me know. I need some money to buy my Cape May house. So I'm going to start the GoFundMe. I need a good name for it, though, right? It's got to be legit. So how about, I don't know, someone come up with a fancy title for my for my beach house money. She says, I love Lucy, too. That's Brenda. Lucy the elephant. That's what Kim says. Kim's watching. Sue says, Eagleville was the same. So wait, is there an Eagle View and an Eagleville? There's both of them, right? Kaya says, will we get a pop-up today in Levitt? See, that's, okay. So, you know, I get a lot of questions about backyard forecasts. You know, Pottstown, Levittown, Quakertown, Philadelphia, Washington Township, Trenton, Chemung, Hamilton, Millville, Cape May, Wildwood, Sea Isle. What's it going to do in my backyard? That question right there is darn near impossible to answer, okay? All I can say, I can give you a generalized forecast. And here's the reason why, okay? You are looking at a large coverage area. The whole entire coverage area has the same kind of environment, okay? There's an upper level system that swept through yesterday, okay? Brought all that severe weather to the area. It's a little bit farther to the north, okay? But it's still in close enough proximity to bring us a pop-up shower or thunderstorm. But again, pop-up being the key words here. Some of you will see it, some of you won't. Where they pop is anyone's guess, okay? There is no forecaster that is going to be able to tell you right now, Millville gets a thunderstorm today and that's it. Pottstown gets a thunderstorm today and that's it. No. And if someone says they can do that, they're lying to you. This is just, it's a situation where everybody is fair game for a pop-up shower or thunderstorm, but only one or two of you will actually see it, okay? Most of you see exactly what's over my head right now. Clear skies. All right, sunshine mixed with clouds. Don't cancel any plans. But one or two of you, yes, it could be in Levittown. Yes, it could be at the shore. Yes, it could be in Quakertown. Who knows? One or two of you could see a pop-up shower storm, okay? Yes, there is an Eagle View and an Eagleville, about 30 or so minutes apart. Now, why would they do that? What's wrong with these people making town names? Why would they do that? There should only be one Eagle. All right. Did any tornadoes hit Chester County? No. I'm looking at the actual information. This is the Iron Environmental Mesonet site there from Iowa State University, and there's no confirmed tornadoes yet. I thought I read earlier, though, that the National Weather Service is going to be sending out survey teams. Okay? How you doing? Good. Hey. It's okay. They're spraying my lawn they're fertilizing it and spraying it, I guess, for weeds. Just want to make sure. The wet grass wouldn't harm it, would it? Like it wouldn't waste it? Hi, honey. You want a muffin? Okay, you got to come here and say hi to everybody first. Got to say hi to everybody. All right, real quick. Hold on, let me.
How
Okay.
did the floor get so wet?
Because it rained last night. Come here. Come here. I want you to say hi.
It's really black. Black.
Now I want you to say hi to everybody. And what is this is another daddy-daughter day, so tell everybody what we're doing today. What are we doing today? Oh, you don't want to be bothered today? No. Okay, fine. What are we doing today? Are we going to the beach and collecting seashells? What are we doing?
Well, Yida, can you ask Gabby if he can come over?
Gabby, my niece, if you're watching right now, she wants you to come over. She wants to play. Okay, I just asked her. I just asked her. And I asked everybody else watching too. Come on, everybody. Let's get Gabby. Let's get Gabby over here, right? Everybody, come on. Come on, Gabby.
Come over here?
What's that? Well, I don't know. Honestly, she's probably not even awake yet.
I meant
That's what
later.
teenagers do. They sleep until lunchtime.
I meant later.
Yeah, later. I'm going to text her. All right, I got to get Paigey a muffin. You guys have a great day, okay? Much quieter today. Today's a really, really nice day. Get out and enjoy it. One or two of you, though, again, maybe a pop-up shower or thunderstorm. All right, you guys take care, and I will see you at 7:30 this evening.